Hey guys, wow, it was really something out there today. They were out there in rare form. I saw one of them. They were trying to lead me on the way back over here, and we were going around the corner. And they swung around real quick, got off the road, and swung around real quick back around the turn to face me, yelling and screaming at the. I don't know. It looked just real damn angry. And I looked at them, and I thought I gave them a retort in return. But yeah, there's some turkey turds out there today. People wanting to hurt me, I guess. And I wasn't out there long. I decided not to go shopping because, well, the plane flew over and they were dropping their stuff on us. An attack. See, that's called an attack. Whenever you're throwing hot stuff on us, trying to put something on me that's you and I don't want, that's an attack. Because we're not partnered. We're not together. We're not friends. We're not family. We're not married. We don't love each other. As far as I can tell, there's no love there. And you're not mine, and I'm not yours, and we're supposed to be separate and going our own ways. That's all I can see. So I don't know exactly what was it. The stuff that they were putting on me today was pretty heavy. It felt like they were trying to hurt us. Like it was some kind of a hurt or something. And I prayed about it, and it went out. It dissipated, but more slowly than the normal fires and junk stuff that they throw at us. This felt like it was trying to stick. But of course, it's dissipated, thankfully, and I'm grateful for that. Praise be to the good Lord. I think maybe out of the corner of my eye, I might have seen the witch out there, probably with Darth Vader, maybe. It was a tall thing, and I think it was looking kind of like what it used to look like. So I'm guessing that, yeah, probably Darth Vader was with him because I guess he knows how to reset them to whatever stage. And, but again, I had already been under attack and received all this other on me, which was like bearing down. I was like, ow, kind of, I was praying about it. But it felt like a couple places were getting kind of sore and stuff for a while. And of course, there was heat, I think, in it too. So I'm not exactly sure what that was about. Maybe because I hadn't fully begun fasting, that I wasn't on a complete fast, and I actually had a couple calories yesterday. I'm not sure. I would hope that we can drink zero calorie drinks, that they wouldn't be, a Pepsi Zero wouldn't be anything to be damned over. Nobody having to carry any kind of weight on that. I don't know. But I do pray that anyone who's loving me and helping me to get along is loved by heaven, and that they're rewarded for their carrying of whatever weight that we might have that we're incurring. Yeah, I'd love to have a big old cheeseburger meal or something like that, or even maybe something way special. Like I never hardly got such as a steak. But, again, we're getting to that point where I think it's just mostly psychological. And so perhaps we can go 0 calorie now. I haven't had anything today except for, that Pepsi Zero, some water, and the coffee this morning, the small cup of diluted coffee. So we should be pretty light at this point. I'm not exactly sure what that was this morning, them dropping that stuff on us. It's the hot kind of stuff that tries to get in. They're trying to put it on our head, I think. But they haven't got rid of that for us, and I'm real happy about that. Of course, we're not in agreement with these folks, and never were. I know they started out saying later that it was an implied agreement. Well, it'd be nice to know what the agreement was, huh? If somebody actually spoken with me and said, well, now here's the agreement. You're doing this and that, and we're trying to do this, and we're taking care of that, and that's why we've been charging you for so much, taking all that rope and money and everything, which I'm still waiting for. I heard I was getting all that back. When? So I don't know if they were out there, maybe they did plan to stop and talk to me. Do you think? It's hard for me to believe in. It's hard for me to believe that they would speak to me like a person that they had any respect for. and we're going to be honest and forthright about this, that, and whatever else. Seems really late in the game at this point. But again, I'm not sure exactly what it was that we were trying to accomplish. I didn't know that we were trying to accomplish something, or that we'd actually officially been teamed in some way, and or that there was something that had to be done, to be completed. It's a real sad. I mean, guaranteed, that it would work. It would not work out whenever, they've all fallen upon you and they're just draining you of all your energies and everything, and you have no idea what's going on. Plus, all those spells and everything that were on us. Yeah, I don't think the only thing I could have ever done is to do anything other than just to keep going up. That's what it seems like. I've heard that there is good news coming of some sort, but we've heard an awful lot about that for many, 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 many years. Would it have been nice to accomplish something? Yeah, it sure would have. But you know what? We weren't trying to dream, and we weren't trying to be with a true love, because apparently that's not available. And whatever it was that we might have wanted wasn't available. And we couldn't get what we needed. And that's right. That's why we said goodbye 17 years ago, remember? And we've been trying to move on since then. Of course, without any information, it's been really difficult to figure out the correct way to do that. I'm hoping and praying that we do get to continue moving up, and that we start tomorrow morning in a place higher than we did today, and that we moved up again, and we're getting further and further out of the reach of all those that are hating. And again, I really just have no idea how any of this stuff's supposed to work, and that's why I don't want to have anything to do with it. It just seems like everyone involved is as evil as anything could be, and they're all darkness and this and that. And if there had been any prize of love or anything like that, it just wasn't available, and there was nothing I could ever reach or get to, because, again, how do you play that game? And they never come to you and they never talk to you about anything. It's just goodbye, isn't it? It's like, because how does it work? I haven't figured any of that out. All I know is it's not been anything I wanted to be a part of. And there's been many times that I was ready for God to just take me home. 17 years ago, before we had our hive stolen, before all these other plans of Darth Vader and these other dark things that seem to have not much more than hate for us. Yeah, we would have been happy to have never been involved in any of this with any of them, because, of course, we have not been benefited, as far as I can tell, in any way, shape, or form, other than, it's been made very, very clear to me that all those people I thought of as family and friends weren't, that they were actually just, I don't know, actors and stuff here in Westworld probably, but they were just, avatars filled with darkness, I guess, wolves and snakes and such, which, why? Again, I'm not black, and I don't do black things. I don't know anything about magic or how to do that. Does light have authority over such things and can command such things? Yeah, it's supposed to, right? Over all that is darkness. But I really, things have not been the way I would have had them. That's absolute. I don't know if these attacks today were because of what we ate yesterday, which was nothing, basically. Seriously, really nothing. 0 calorie stuff, almost all of it, except for the Tic Tacs. I don't know what that's about. So again, what does it seem like to me? Well, you're being punished, Tom. You're being punished because you're trying to be good. And you're being punished because you're trying to fast. And I don't know what happened exactly, except I saw yesterday something about how they've seen that you're single, and now several of them are rushing into, well, I don't know. exactly how that would work. I remember seeing a few faces that I hadn't seen for many, many years, and listened to a lady who we always thought of as a really good artist, good singer, and all that. And I never could have imagined she was singing to us. And I didn't really want to click on any of this stuff, and kind of afraid to open any doors. But then there was one video that I thought I recognized, a song that I thought I recognized. And I thought, well, now that is a pretty song if I do remember. And I turned it on, and it was a pretty song. It was a very pretty declaration of her love for this guy, and or what that guy, whomever it was for, right? And I was like, yay, it's a real nice song, and the very romantic part, that the promise of from this moment. I was fine. It's like, yeah, it's a good song. But the part that got me, that actually reached out and grabbed me, was the part where she said something about how they'd made her dreams come true. Oh, God, help me. And you know what? It reminded me, a couple other people made that sentiment. And all I can tell you is I guess I'm just a little tired of making other people's dreams come true. And, we lost so much. Dragons get a hold of you and you don't know what's going on. It's not going to work out too good for you. We were damaged severely, and we're missing much. And I saw this other guy the other day talking about how now that you figured out that your enemies weren't really your enemies and you really didn't lose anything. And I'm thinking, what the hell are you talking about? Because, that's quantifiable. I can look and see if it's returned, and it hasn't. I just wonder what my dream was. What do you think my dream was? We made all these other people's dreams and fantasies come true. What do you suppose my dream was? And when do you think that's going to happen? That we get something nice instead. Get the freedom that we were promised, and the good neighborhood, and our home of our own, and friends and such that are good folk. Whenever the Wicked Witch was, or I guess it is, was talking about, you can choose. I guess it was between what she called a full life, which I think was lots of horrors and hell and degradation and fighting and unhappiness, and people hating on you all the time and giving you hell. Never any love. There wouldn't be love. It wouldn't be pretty love, that's for sure. Or what was it? An easy life with easy women. Well, which sort of again says, that the full life that they're talking about is what? Just a life of hate, a very hard and difficult life with hard and difficult people. No, I don't want that. I don't want hard and difficult. I've had way too much of that my entire life. Way too many difficult people, and apparently now more than ever, it's been really, really rough for these last 20 years. I can look at it and go, yeah, it's been misery. Only misery, basically only misery for the last, at least 16 or 17 years. Things started looking a little bit better the last couple years. But yet still, we were kind of being forced to stay, weren't we? And when was it that I was ever going to get anything like what I needed or wanted? Such as the information that I've been asking for over a decade, since the beginning practically. It does seem very deceptive, doesn't it, to put this person over here and say, we've got agreements with them, and this and that, and we're taking all their money to pay for our agreements with them and what we're doing for them, and blah, 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 blah. And they don't know what's going on, but hurry up and do it. And, huh? What? What? Like Rain Man here or something. He can't understand what's, because no one told him. It's because it's all a deception and it's all for them. Because it wasn't for me, obviously. If it was all for me, why am I here in this place? You know, you see all these people out there, they make famous for nothing. People that have no talent whatsoever. They're on stage with a microphone, blah, 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 auto-tuned. I wasn't led to anything except to a place where they denied me any choice in what I might buy, where I might work. See, that's why I'm done, because it's been all violence and trapping, forcing. You wouldn't come to me. And after all of the things that were done, why would I ever come to those that did all that to me, to hurt me that bad? Why would I go towards those people that were still after me? Again, I don't know what to do with you. I don't know what to do with any of them. That whole thing of true love, well, I don't know what to do with that. It just doesn't seem like it's ordained by any God that I can respect. It seems like it's all part of the night. And you know as well as I that I can't remain connected to anything in the night, to the darkness. I'm only passing through. And it never really was for me to do anything other than to go on up and out, make it up and out of the night. Because apparently anytime I'm there in the night, it's very, very, very expensive for me, and I can't do anything because they're against me. At least that's the way it played out. And so if I'm going to have stuff, I'm going to be famous, I'm going to rely on the fact that I have the light with me and that I'm being made brighter with that light, not fire. And again, I don't hate anybody. I hope to recoup my losses and get my stuff back. And that's, if I respond to attacks upon me with something that is not savory, okay, it's because I don't want to be attacked. I don't want you to force your presence here. That has not benefited me in any way, shape, or form. Everything has been made much worse, much worse. And I've been actually damaged, I do believe, in not just my vessel, but in my ability to trust anyone at all. If you're used to walking around with a bunch of robots all around you, none of them are real, right? And you find that out, that all the people around you that you cared about and loved really weren't there for you at all, but they were just there to try and get blessings from you and steal your energy. And that's all your entire life has been, except for the people singing at you, going, oh, we love you. Well, okay, keep on loving me then. So we can make it up there and get to our place where we're supposed to be. I don't like the way my voice has turned out either. But we'll make the best of it. We'll do what we can, and we'll make the best of whatever we got. I saw another one saying that, well, you're like Paul or something, and blah, blah. Do we have a dedication to God? Well, regardless of whether or not he sees us yet or knows where we're at, or if we can understand what he wants or this or that, since we've been under the charge of enemy gods for so long, we still love that guy, the good God of light and life, him who has no darkness within him, because I have the light. And it is the only thing that, makes people say, why is it that he won't give up? And why doesn't he crumble? And why doesn't he go ahead and just, because of the light. They're with me. I don't, get like instructions like you may get, but it's the light. There's joy in it. And it's a promise to me. Regardless of what we have to go through, eventually, he'll make sure we make it back to him, to where the light goes. I would have liked to have been able to hover somewhere and had nice times with people, especially those that have said they loved me. I don't know what that means anymore. Um, but I would have liked to have done a lot of things in life. I would have liked to have enjoyed some of my life. I would have liked to have stayed married and raised my daughter with my wife. But that didn't fit in with Darth Vader's plans, you see. That just didn't work for him. And plus, he needed to put his hate in me, you know. I can remember when it was done. And it was not beneficial to my marriage. So I hold him accountable for that too. That's going to be on his list. Whenever I send him the bill, I'll be like, and the marriage that you helped destroy, you know, because it was designed. It was a planned killing of the marriage. But hey, maybe none of it was supposed to be anything I ever looked at or treasured. Because it wasn't for me to have my dreams come true, but maybe I wanted to make all of everybody else's dreams come true. But either way, I've got to leave. It's not good. It's too darn hateful and too unfriendly, and we don't understand enough. And the thing of it is regardless if we were to get another helper, and it was good, and we were able to eat cheeseburgers and pizza and stuff like that while we go ahead and do our work, and that'd be fantastic. Except we don't want to be connected to anything of magic. We don't want to be connected to something that's going to go, well, it's just too much. He's too much, and I'm going to kill him for it. Or I'm going to put all this hurt on him. Or this or that. It's like, well, what the hell what if you were to help us, what were you supposed to help us with? Why are you bringing it back here? That's not a helper. That's not a helper or a servant. That's not someone that's earning any blessings or moving up in the scheme of things. Not at all. I was trying to make a message about this a couple times. And, again, I don't know what to say about it, guys. We're trying our best to be not eating anything. And, of course, like I said, the only thing we have had is 0-calorie stuff today. And I don't know. Should we go completely dry? Is that what is needed? Maybe. We're trying. If it is, somebody tell me that. Because, I mean, fasting's one thing, but going completely dry and not having anything at all, including Tic Tacs, right? That's different. I'll go into you're not a human mode. Okay, I can understand that. If that's the case, if that's how it goes, then that's how it should be. I just would appreciate the information. I mean, after all of this time, why not just say what the deal is? You know, because the deal, if they can't remember what the deal is, isn't much of a deal. And how is it ever going to work out if they don't know about the deal and they can't understand what it is or respect it? Because just a bunch of evil, Darth Vader and them getting together to steal all our stuff. You know, that really, the first 2 years there where you got together with anybody you could to bring us to complete ruin and take us down and take all our stuff and turn us into a chick or something, that really kind of ended the whole damn thing, see? And we were done by the time we said goodbye that you didn't respect. And then when we saw the damage done, you know, it should have been clear that you and I are never ever to be together. That you killed me. And that what have you been doing since? Giving me hell? Is this something for you to be proud of? Are you a hero of hell then? So, again, I wouldn't think the conversation would be the happiest one if we did have one. But if there is one to be had, I would appreciate honesty, straightforward honesty, and just forthrightness, where we don't have to pull teeth, but I'm sure we'd have questions. But I think we should be going our separate ways. I just would need more information. This one was on there saying, well, you don't care if you have this or that, or no, actually, I feel like I should have a couple $1 billion at this point, just to be safe. You know what I'm saying? Not that I love money so much, but I'm missing an awful lot of the money, quote unquote. And then I never was allowed to make choices in going after making money in the regular world. And I guess that's because they didn't want me to have that power. They thought I already had too much money. They didn't want me to have that kind of money too, right? So in other words, where was there ever a partnership of any sort? Isn't it clear to everyone involved that it was all about trying to make sure that we didn't ever get to do anything, and that all the damage and everything done to us was to make sure that we never got away? And wasn't the plan of the fire people to make sure we never got back upstairs and we were lost from God? Well, let's just keep going up, guys. I'll try to go dry on the fast tomorrow, I guess. Like I said, I was having a bit of a Pepsi Zero today. I think 0 calories would be good enough, But again, I pray that heaven loves for me, them that have been loving me to help me in those ways that I need to carry forward. Thanks again for all of you that do love us. And this lady from the past, whom I see recently got divorced, sad. I wonder if I ever get to meet any of these people in person, because I hear people say, well, we love you, and they want to be like partner with you or something, but then they're married in their other world. And it's like, why am I being accosted by these disembodied voices? what are spirits from other worlds coming to me for, right? Are they trying to get me to come up into their world? Because that's, I guess, is where I've been trying to go to. But these others were, glommed on me and weighing me down and trying to, I don't know how that works, to tell you the truth. I'm just trying to figure it out as I go. And we're trying to keep a good attitude, The Sunshine bot on the Westworld says, some people choose to see the ugliness and the bad stuff and the disarray of the world. I'm paraphrasing. But she chooses to see the beauty in the world. And that's, they define that character with that opening of her. And you can see again and again, she returns to that, to this happy disposition, a contented type of feel. So she must be the Sunshine robot. They patterned it after someone I guess they knew. And you know what? I don't even know what I was going to say about that now. It's a good character. Apparently it's turned out to be a hero of sorts for a specific group. I was reminded again from the ninth gate. Hell even has its heroes. Yeah, well, I'm wanting to go back up. I miss getting to be with good people that like me and don't hate me. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be happy than in love and surrounded by a bunch of people that hate me. And, it's like if people were wanting to do something for you and be like, in essence, partnered with you because they were providing a service, you'd think that they wouldn't hate you and be harming you, that kind of thing, because that sort of is the opposite of what it is to help. You see what I'm saying? Well, in any case, I do believe I just have to keep on going up. I hope that God has something for us. I've been promised that we'd be moving from here not too long, and I'd have the money to do that, and we'd be moving to a place where there would be some good people, and all those that hate us and are magic and darkness and stuff won't be following me, because I didn't want any of that. I don't do magic. Seriously, these people. Anyway. Guys, thanks again. All of you that do love us and care about us, thank you very much. Regarding love, and they were saying something about us being single, and there was others that were interested in it. I don't know how that works. I didn't know I was not single. You see what I'm saying? Maybe that's why she was out there today and looking like maybe she was going to talk to me, because officially I am perhaps single. And if I am, thank God. You know? Thank God Almighty. Uh, Lord help me. Okay, guys. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for your understanding. And thanks for your goodwill towards me. Again, guys, there was a bunch of people out there I looked at, and the way they were looking at stuff, they seemed like they weren't happy. And I think it was because they got filtered out and blocked from us because we were trying to be safe. You see what I'm saying? So just blame those that are insistent upon trying to force their presence here, because they've ruined it for all of you.